Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liga Kenobi. And before we get started, I want you guys to please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. We had rumors, we've had talks that before the DCU's Superman was coming out, we had Christopher McGuire talking with Warner Brothers, and especially with Tom Cruise, that they would have loved to do a Superman movie. Especially, Tom Cruise was in talks to doing the Green Lantern, and there was artwork on it, and I did speak about that. And then also recently, there was a post that Michael Bay was interested in doing a Superman movie with Henry Cavill, but apparently that did not go into motion. So we got an article that's discussing about it. So let's see what's happened here. Reps deny Henry Cavill's Superman almost got the Michael Bay treatment. So Michael Bay, he's one of the great directors. He's done some good movies. He's done the Bad Boys. He's done the Transformers movies. I like the first three. The first three were fine. There were other movies that he's done very well, even the Turtles movies. But like I said, dude, but there are some movies that he directs that did not go well. I also liked it Armageddon and The Rock. Those are two good movies to watch. So let's get into this article and you guys let me know what you think. This is pretty funny, assuming it's true, but it's claimed that Henry Cavill's Superman reboot that nearly happened after Black Adam was eyeing Michael Bay to direct. Now, as of yesterday, as suspected, the spokesman for Warner Bros. Has contracted as a denies the claims. The original article continues, as of the June 2nd, that everyone complained about all the explosions and violence in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. The next Superman movie starring Henry Cavill will be directed by Michael Bay with even more explosions and violence. Worthy mention is the claim is in stark contrast to what was said about Henry Cavill and Christopher McGuire's approach on Man of Steel 2, which was said to be a more hopeful approach than the Snyder did with the character. I suppose you could still be hopeful and have lots of explosions, but Bay was also a classmate and went to the same film school as Snyder did. What is said about the Henry Cavill Superman movie? So right around when Black Adam was released, recall how they included Henry Cavill back as Superman in the post-credit scene. They also announced a Superman movie was in development, and Henry even did that big interview stating he was back as the Man of Steel. Well, it was all a bust, which I was told was because of Warner Brothers Discovery CEO Zaslav, not Gunn. The new info comes from the Wrap about how Warner Brothers Films heads Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy wanted Henry Cavill back as Superman, told where the site says sources filled then when Michael Bay was being looked to as to direct. So here it is right here. Before Gunn and Safran's hiring, Warner Brothers Pictures chiefs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy briefly tried to get standalone Henry Cavill-led Superman film in 2022 with Michael Bay eyed to possibly direct it, according to the two insiders. So why did this not happen? Obviously, we now know that it never happened. Michael Bay was also coming off of Transformers: The Last Night, which bombed, and his Netflix movie Six Underground, starring Ryan Reynolds, went nowhere. It seems hard to believe they would bring Michael Bay on board for Henry Cavill's Superman movie. Of course, that doesn't mean it wasn't talked about. So regarding the Cavill-McGuire pitch, McGuire recently teased details offering that it would have been epic, along with their ideas for Green Lantern, that Tom Cruise would have starred in because there was talks that he was going to do it. But, of course, Zaslav, he went with James Gunn and reboot the whole entire DCU. So, it's like I said, the reason why these articles are coming up right now is because the DCU's Superman movie has got a lot of issues going on, and there's a lot of stories out there of what has been happening with this movie, and there's talk. And I'm a bit worried about this. However, I will still watch this movie. I will make my review and I will give it my best review. I'm hoping this movie does well. I'm hoping it does well. But after what James Gunn said about this budget being false in the Ohio, which they had the statement, it was written right there at 363 million. They are saying that this project was worth, I think it was 222 million. It was the budget. That's what they so-called said. But still, it's hard to believe that James Gunn would do this, man. Would try to lie his way out of it, man. So we'll see. We'll see how this movie performs. So you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think about this article in particular? Do you think Michael Bay would have had a shot at playing as directing Superman? Or you think he wouldn't? You guys let me know in the comments below. So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.